our discussion is about.
Okay, I would like to bring up an issue regarding the child care abuse in our country, and please continue.
Developments in child abuse.
Thank you. So, of course, I'm sure you guys know what is child abuse meaning. So, this is not a very new issue in our country, and there is a very steady and high peak in this case, increasingly every year in our country. Parents are mostly responsible, which is like majority 70% they are responsible, and meanwhile the 30% are the caregivers. Okay, many child abuse occur in our country in daycare due to the inexperienced caregivers, poor facilities, lack of oversight authorities, and by the authorities. The lack of daycare certification may also contribute to this issue. Do you all agree?
Yes, Shamanta. Child abuse is not a new issue in our society, and also the children who are abused and neglected may suffer immediate physical injuries such as cuts, bruises, or broken bones. Recently, we are surprised by the case of Rumah Wonder founder Siti Baimun and Bella. As everyone knows, Siti Baimun was charged with neglecting and abusing Bella to the point of causing her to suffer physical and emotional injuries between February and June 2021.
So I totally agree with you, Michael. This has always been a big issue in Malaysia. The society should be aware that child abuse and neglect can have immediate and long-term effects. Being abused or neglected as a child is linked to physical, emotional, and behavioral issues later in life. Child abuse and neglect can also affect future generations through intergenerational trauma. Since Haikal told us about the case of Rumah Bonda, so wait, I want to come up with my findings that I find. Wait. Based on my finding, the study shows that the consequences of child maltreatment include impaired lifelong physical and mental health and social development. So what I can say is they will live in trauma like having difficulties in trusting people, social anxiety and more. So what is your opinion about this, Linda?
Well, I actually do agree with you, Waina. I also have the same opinion. As you know, the impact or effect can be a long-lasting trauma or lifelong trauma for a child abuse victim. As Waina says before this, it can affect them in physical and also mental. Physical and mental, which is, you know, as physical they usually have scars or like which is as they grow up, or they may grow with like mental health issues as trusting other people, social anxiety and more. So I do agree with Waina's. And also the increasing rate of child abuse is very concerning, as what Shanita's article before this says. Also, for example, there in the last few days there is a case where the caregivers abused a baby at Johor. It is later revealed that the daycare center has been operating for 2 months without a license. So it is very bad actually. Also there is a total of almost 1,600 childcare centers and almost 1,000 nurseries has been operating without a license, but that is the study in 2014. So that childcare, yes, it might increase more nowadays. So what is your opinion on this one?
Yeah, I agree with you, Elia. As has been mentioned by Waina, we need to give serious attention to this issue since it can give those children a trauma that will affect their whole life. There is a lot of serious child abuse that happens every day to the point where it is a common issue nowadays, right? Therefore, I hope we can discuss this issue and reach a solution that can help these children from becoming a victims of daycare exploitation. So, what do you guys think about it?
So now we have to come up with many solutions. So I do have an idea. So my idea is we should enact and enforce strong regulations. So government can enact and enforce strong regulations requiring daycares to provide daycare providers to meet certain like safety, staffing, and all those SOPs, which is standard operating procedures. I believe that these steps will help a lot as it has government cooperation and aid in it. By implementing these regulations, we can help protect the most vulnerable member of our society, which is the child and the babies. Also, you can provide them a safe and nurturing environment for children to grow and learn. Additionally, by holding daycare provider accountable to these standards, we can also increase the public trust for the parents for them to send their child to the daycare.
I also have another idea regarding on the education aspect, which is daycare staff should be properly trained. Daycare staff must receive the training that highlight how to handle urgent situation that may occur and need special attention. For instance, if students experience an injury on the playground, the staff should check on the child, look for any serious bodily harm, and inform the parents. What do you think, Faina?
Can you repeat again your examples? For instance, if a student experiences an injury on the playground, the daycare staff should check on the child, look for any serious bodily harm, and inform the parents. Okay, what if we look from different perspective? To my mind, the government should conduct regular inspections. The government can regularly inspect daycare centers to ensure that they meet regulations and also provide safe and quality care for the children, the toddlers. They should review the license and also make a survey by visiting the daycares in Malaysia frequently. As in this case, we all know that the government has the authority to make decisions for our country. To show what I mean, the Ministry of Women, Family and Community, YB Nancy Shukri, can implement this solution in solving the child abuse problem that happened in the daycare. What do you guys think about my solution?
Well, I actually find it very.
Yeah, the government should.
Should.
Yeah, they should do something about it.
Any more solution?
Well, the three solutions proposed just now sounds good, but why don't we consider that daycare should provide mental check-up for their staff? If we ignore this criteria, we might have a chance of getting a staff with mental illness, right? So I think it is necessary for every daycare to check their staff mental health. In my opinion, staff that are involved with another human being, especially kids, need to be mentally stable as the kids don't behave like an adult, and they sometimes will have tantrums if something doesn't go their way. If the staff lack in this aspect, the kids will eventually be their victim. This is why one should have stable emotions and conditions when handling kids. The staff should know if they want to understand a child's behavior, they might as well want to understand themselves first. So,
I think your idea is great, Farah, but then it's essential for the daycare centers to make sure that their staffs have the right qualifications and well experienced to work on with the children. That's why we have to conduct thoroughly the background checks on all the staff members. It's very important. This includes the criminal background checks, which can be helped to uncover the job. It also a very good idea to credit check and make sure the person is financially responsible and able to a good credit record. Doing these checks will help to ensure the daycare center is providing a very safe and secure environment to the children in care. What do you guys think?
I actually agree with
What's
that.
your view on that?
Yeah. Well, I think I have another one idea, which is we can maybe establish a reporting system. You guys know the reporting system. You guys can call the person and say your baby is being abused, something like that. So, establish a clear and effective reporting system for any suspected case of abuse to ensure that they are promptly investigated and addressed. So we can provide a confidential line and properly trained staff to guide them from the first and the last step on what to do. So I think that also will be fine.
Okay, since each of us have come up with some idea, why don't we first set some evaluation criteria, maybe 4 for this in a very short period of time. Since we want it to work earlier before it is too late. So I have no doubt with my suggestion. Do you have any?
Yes, besides acting
elaboration?
besides acting adaptability should be considered too. The solution suggested earlier needs to be flexible and adaptable to any future modification or requirements. This is very important so that it will be long-lasting and can be used for a very long time. Every solution needs to fit well, no matter how many times the surroundings are going to change. For example, if we were to use one of the solutions, which is that the government needs to come up with a new law or something, we need to make sure that the law will adapt to the new environment in the future. We can't just simply make new laws or rules without considering any changing factors that might happen someday.
I agree with you, but as we know, implementation is also an important criteria on we should focus. The solution suggested must be easy or hard to make it happen. This is because we want our solution to be executed and will be long lasting and can be used for very long time. Like Farah said, do you have any ideas, Shamika?
Suggest for the costing and affordability. The cost is the best solution which should be decided for the individual situation in every situation. Depending on the severity for the abuse, the cost solution may be vary. For instance, for the abuse for the minor, the solution may involve providing the additional training and resources daycare staff or providing additional support and resources to the parents. If the more severe the solution, it will be more involve the intensive intervention such as providing the counseling to the victims in the daycare, for example, for their families or providing illegal services to the victims. And moreover, ultimately, the cost of the solution should be determined based on the individual situations and the resources. Do you agree at all?
Oh yes, I do agree.
We agree.
Yes, you all agree. So I think we have to come up with 4 criteria, which is like duration, adaptability, implementation, costing, and affordability. So this is like the criteria that you guys suggest. So I do agree with all these criteria because this is good enough for us to like eliminate, combine, or maybe just use it to evaluate our solution. Soon we will move on to the next step, which is to discuss more about our solution. So Haikal, can you start first?
If we evaluate from this criteria, I think the idea of checking the caregiver mental health seems to be similar to point 5, which is conducting background checks to the daycare staff. I think solution is not suitable for implementation. It is because it might cost a lot for daycare services to provide the health checkup for every staff. Besides that, it also takes a long time to implement the solution. This is because daycare services have to make appointment with the doctor and so on. You guys have any ideas?
After giving it some thought, somehow I agree with Michael. It indeed seems to be similar to point 5, and I think for the daycare to provide the health checkup might cost a lot. Parents probably needs to be hired to put their children in the safe daycare. Besides, even though the staff has already gone through a strict check-up, we still can't guarantee the safety of the children. Let's say maybe the results turns out to be positive, right? However, we are still unsure about the staff personality and their motives yet. They may want the job just for the money, and they may not be sincere about taking care of the child. This will again lead to abuse. After all, what Haikal said turns out to be true and makes sense.
Alright, so I will talk about my next solution, which is reporting system. So I think we can maybe just eliminate this reporting system because like after hearing and seeing those criteria, I think like reporting system will be a very one of the like worst solution because the duration it will take a very long time. Yeah, something like bureaucracy, something you will have steps by steps. You have to go to this person first and then the next one, and then next adaptability. I don't think everyone can adapt to this reporting system. I don't think, and then next implementation. It's quite hard to implement this thing, and costing it will actually cost a lot because you will have to hire more people because hire more people to answer the call for the hotline and also for the people to catch this kind of people. So I think we just have to eliminate the reporting system. And next.
In my viewpoint, conduct through the background checks on all the staff members is very essential. This includes the referring, checking, verifying the education of the staff and the experience, and conducting a criminal background check is very essential. What do you think, Wena?
Okay, so at first, I agree with all of your solutions, but since we have already jot down the criteria, I beg to differ. I believe my solution is the best among all since it involves the government. This solution is very effective because it does not cost much, because I already mentioned the provision, right? The government have the power and also everything that we don't. They can send their people to inspect and make a survey at the daycares in Pulau. So there is no problem, right? So I think my solution would stay until the end of our conclusion. And for the duration, they can do it less than a month. And for implementing, it's easy to happen when the government interferes with this problem. So based on what you say and what Shamita said, I agree with implementing provide medical check and stuff because it costs a lot. And besides the duration, you have to make appointment with the doctor, and that takes a lot. And also reporting system, that also costs a lot. So I think we all gotta stay with enact, staff should be properly trained, conduct regular inspection and also background checks. But still, I believe that my solution is the best.
Like you, I also think my solution, staff should be properly trained. I think providing comprehensive training to daycare staff is the right thing to do. Prioritizing daycare staff development will help them to gain the skill that they need to thrive professionally. Although the founder daycare must make a small investment, staff training will allow them to provide better quality to care to children. Besides, it does not take a long time to carry out the training. There are many childcare staff training opportunities like online courses, safety training, conference. But this solution also has disadvantage. Like Farah said, many results turn out to be positive. However, we are still unsure about the staff personally and motive yet. They might want the job just for the money, and they may not be sincere about taking up the job. This will again lead to abuse.
Okay, so the last solution, which is enact and enforce strong regulation. So I think for this part, we will talk first about implementation. First, it is quite high because implementation means when we talk about strong regulations, we will talk about government. So to enact and enforce a strong regulation, we have to make some law and stuff. So we have to go through many steps and stuff. So like like we have to debate in the parliament and stuff to like make it happen. So, and then next is it will also take a very long time at the same time in the implementation. So the duration will be long, implementation will be very high. Next is adaptability. Adaptability also will be quite hard. The adaptability also will be quite hard as it will. The adaptability also will be very high. Also, need to consider not many childcare will follow and adapt to the new norm. But so it is high. And next is the cost. I believe that the cost will be very high because we will actually need government to do something and also to enforce the regulations. So people people will need to follow the law, so they have to follow the law, which is will actually cost a lot of money.
Yeah.
So next.
So,
So I think we have express and if you agree with point number one.
I don't think I will really agree with point number one because like all the criteria are like very opposite of what we need. So
and it's very hard to implement.
yes, the implementation is actually the thing that we actually very need.
And it takes a lot of time to have it in our country.
So yeah, I think we should just like forget about point number one.
What about number two? Does anyone agree with number
I agree.
I don't think I agree with that one because even though you train the staff, if the staff doesn't have love, doesn't have the empathy towards the kids, they might just like still abuse the kids.
Yeah, I totally get it.
We don't want like we have staff that have psycho toddlers. Even though you train them, but they still have something problems in their brain. So like training them will not like
Will not like
any
help.
no.
Yeah, the preventing.
Because as you mentioned before, they might want to work for money. So there's no guilt there.
The train staff will like maybe they can work properly but not love the child. So there's something different. So no, I don't agree with that.
Yeah.
So what about you, Adam? You agree on that?
I think
So should we like really involved in the session, yeah?
maybe we should
How about number three?
Okay, quite a point. Well, she's very confident with this and actually kind of like it,
Yeah,
conducting a very regular inspection so that you will
Yeah,
maybe every 6 months.
yeah, and then since Ellen come up with her facts about the cases,
Oh yeah, the
yeah, the one
jumbo
for the
cases.
nurseries that doesn't have license on it. Okay, I agree because yes, if my solution have one disadvantages, which is the government only survey the licensed daycare unless someone make a report. So what I mean is the government might overlook, even though I say that the government should how to say that should interfere,
Should like
involved in this,
Involved
but
in
they might don't know which one is the licensed one and which one is not.
So still
So
like,
this
the
still
community
yeah.
also to like report the not licensed and stuff. But that is the only I guess like disadvantages.
Yeah.
The license or not. But the advantages I guess have a lot of advantages.
Sorry to interrupt, guys. I would like to speak about something which is background check because everything we got pro and cons. For sure, my point I got 2 cons, which is expensive and time consuming. Of course, it will be very expensive by checking the background of every staff and caregivers in India Center. Somehow it will be more stressful to the staff members too. Meanwhile, talking about the cons, we got a lot. So first of all, I would like to say, it will by checking the background of the caregivers, it would be like prevent the criminals' behavior, and it also preserve the company name. It's like the daycare's name. So what do you guys think?
Well, I think like background checks might have some good in it, but still, as you say, time consuming and expensive. Also, when you do some background checks, you can know everything about that person, but not really everything. You can just know that the surface of the person. You don't really know the personality of a person, like the inside hiding personality of a person. So they can still like abuse a child if they want. So I think like background checks have the
Plus when they have like we have the private hospital and also the government hospital to make the background checks, the mental health checks. I mean that's the most that's not worst thing. Like
one of the bad things.
yeah, because you have to wait, you have to line up because there's a lot of other patients.
Yeah, that's the thing I was
Yeah.
mentioning. It's time consuming and it's
That's
not
very
good. That's okay. And
solution is?
I think like
The one that-
for me like number 3, which is contact regular inspection also
Yeah,
really
because-
depends. You know, like person when you do like usually mental health is something that can change by time.
Yeah.
Maybe she's like, oh okay, I'm fine, but then like by the time she's working, she's stressed with the child and stuff. So something will happen at that time. But then at contact regular inspection, it is a staff. It is
That's something that when government
it is a standard for you to have a CCTVs
Oh,
inside the daycare. Yeah. So like you can
Talking about the CCTV, sorry to interrupt.
I also sharing my experience. I have worked before in a daycare and I don't have any CCTV. And I also have the experience where the daycare, the teacher have license. I also have the degree in early childhood, but still they just
Still
going for just go for the degree, not
they don't really
not
do
foundation.
it like
Yeah. So
Okay, so you are telling that, as you said, the teacher was kind of materialistic mind. She's just doing
maybe-
for the money. Doing the
that's one, but maybe,
Okay.
it's just like they're so bored with that. Handling kids, you need a lot of patience, you need a lot of patience, and some sort of you have to handle kids.
Yeah, that's why we have to check the background.
It's not just about that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Check
And
the is
moreover,
good.
the-
But still, you have to use a lot of money and time. We want
Yeah.
to do it early.
Yeah, exactly. As you said earlier, the point. Have you remember that Haikal and Alia said earlier, the city binding order case and the Johor case. So if they conduct the regular inspection, already they are having the regular inspection for every 1 year. You guys aware about that, right? Yeah, every 1 year the government has to go and check every
Yes, yes.
year. So, but then still having, we are still having the very big level of increase in the case. So, do you guys still agree for the
Okay,
third
let's say we will do the background checks. But then when? Like every what is the duration? Like every time they wonder, like every 6 months, every 1 month, or how? You see, mental health will keep changing. Even your personality, INTP, INTJ, and stuff will keep changing. So what will you do? But what if the first month, the person mental health is like, oh fine, but then after that, they are not like suitable working for the children. So what you wanna do? Wanna fire the person and then like hire a new person?
That's what I'm trying to say. The teacher have the degree in all that. She learned everything. She got training in everything, but still, in a period of time, she kind of changed from a loving teacher, but after every day, every year, handle kids from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. and she's kind of get tired, exhausted, and that's how
I think
they.
the child could be quite
That's how
exhausted.
the behavior try to change, start to change,
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, even though my point is valid over here, but it seems the time is ticking, so
So you agree with my point right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's like
since
yes.
there is majority of vote, I have to agree with you guys.
So I guess we have come up with one solution, which is contact regular inspections. Okay.
Okay, I think we have come up with the best solution already. Does everyone agree?
Yes.
Shall we start?